Right, so good evening, folks. We'll start today's session. Now, it'll be a short session because this is going to be the orientation class for the Prelims SIP, which is the Strategic Intensive Practice course. And the idea of this course is pretty simple, that we are going to focus a lot on understanding our own, limitations through intensive practice. Because a lot of you might have felt this over the last couple of months, weeks since you've been preparing that, I have read a lot, but I keep forgetting what I have read. Right. So part of the reason that we keep forgetting what we're reading is because we are not practicing retrieval. Retrieval is bringing that information out from my head. We put in a lot of time into putting information in our head, but we don't spend enough time taking information out of our head, which is where the SIP course is going to help. Now, first and foremost, if you have the apps on Google Play and on the App Store, iOS App Store, you will get the notifications for the tests when they become live. Otherwise, you can also access them from the portal. That is not an issue, but we will not be able to send you notifications. You will still get emails. Now, why do a lot of people who appear for civil services exam keep failing for prelims? Because they have three major problems over here. Number one is that they're reading, but what they're doing is they're just reading. They're not doing anything apart from the reading. If you keep reading, like obviously reading is something that is core of civil services exam preparation. Without reading, you're not going anywhere. But if I just keep reading and don't do anything with that reading, this becomes the problem that we just talked about, that I have read so much, but I don't remember anything. Now, revision is obviously one of the ways in which you can address this, that I frequently revisit what I have read. But just rereading something to revise is not the best way. Practice is the key thing that you have to introduce over here. I have to introduce some tests. I have to introduce some active recall. I have to force myself in order to recall a lot of things, because the human brain is very good at forgetting things. We have to put in special effort in order to retain information for the long run. And over here exactly is where the prelims SIP philosophy comes to bear. The idea is that in civil services, consistency matters a lot more than anything else. It's very easy to score very high marks in one test, but showing up on your desk every day, every morning, regardless of whether you feel like it or not, that is something that is absolutely hard. And that is what we want to try and address through the SIP course. We want to enforce discipline. We want to eliminate procrastination. Why? Because procrastination is that demon in our head. How many of you feel that you procrastinate? Yes or no? Right, procrastination is that problem, that core problem where I know that I need to do something, but I am just not doing it. Why? Because, maybe I am scared that I don't know how. Well, there can be a number of reasons why you procrastinate, but the outcome is the same. We have things to do, we are not doing them. So we want to eliminate procrastination, because in the end, this is the biggest sort of roadblock in your path to success. The third, we want to make consistency non-negotiable. This is going to be the core aspect of the prelims SIP. And how are we going to be doing this? We are going to be following a loop. We are going to be giving you topics to be read. Daily basis pe, we'll be giving you, okay, this is what you're supposed to be reading for today. On the basis of that, there will be a test tomorrow. This will be a mini test. So you do not need to be worried about, okay, how am I supposed to revise so many tests and do this, that, XYZ. This is going to be a mini test of 25 questions on a daily basis. The idea is simple. Whatever it is that you have read, so long as you're not forcing your brain to connect the dots are not going to connect by themselves. You have to force your brain to do it. Once you have done this, on a weekly basis, we will have a roundup test, which will be a 100-question full test. And on top of that, we'll look at okay, what progress have we made in this week? We will also be sharing some consistency rankings on a weekly basis. And this is something that is going to be very, very important. So, ये क्या है? सबसे पहले, operationally in this course, if you want, you can obviously download the PDF of the schedule of this course. You will get the daily targets already given there till the month of April. Otherwise, we have a UPSCprep.com consistency channel. This is the Telegram link, UPSC Prep Consistency, or you can scan this. Here also we'll be sharing daily topics that are part of your SIP course. In the morning, you'll get that topic, whatever is supposed to be reading today, and you can follow up from there. Now, topics किस तरीके से आपको दिए जाएंगे? Let me walk you through what is going to happen in a course. So, for example, tomorrow the course is going to start in the sense that tomorrow is the first day that you're supposed to read something. Read क्या है? अब historical background of the Constitution, crown rule, making of the Constitution, and salient features of the Indian Constitution along with preamble. These are the things that you're supposed to read. There is no test tomorrow. Why? First day, and then whatever you have read on day 1, uska test aapka hoga next day. This test, Indian Polity PPQ1, will be made available at 8 a.m. and you will have till 10 p.m. to give this test. After that, if you give the test, you will not be counted for the consistency rankings, and that is the idea. Next day, aapko jo bhi hai, uska test will happen on the day after. Therefore, there is a lag. So this is why you will see on every Saturday there is a buffer day in this plan. Buffer day क्या है? यहाँ पे there is nothing for you given कि भाई we are not giving you any reading material on this particular day for two reasons. One, obviously there can be some overflows. Let's say कि भाई in the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days there were some topics that I was not able to complete. Therefore, I have an extra day where I can complete those topics. Alternatively, if you have done all of the topics, if you are at par, this is the day that we want you to practice CSAT. CSAT में यहाँ पे क्या है? 4 to 5 hours of practice. If you can do, that will be a great thing, because CSAT में a lot of people, what they do is I will do half an hour or 1 hour every day practice. Now, half an hour practice में I'm just trying to rush through questions, and that is not very effective. If you can do one day, 4 to 5 hours, much more useful. Now, after this, every Sunday, you will have a GS full length test. This will be 100 questions. Tuesday to Saturday, you had 25 question mini tests. Every Sunday, there will be a 100 question full length test. Now, for consistency rankings, we will be counting 1 to 5. Meaning, जो mini tests हैं आपके, they will be counted for the consistency ranking. The full test on Sundays, they will not be counted for it. So definitely, I would recommend that you give these tests, but don't be disheartened कि okay, I was not able to give the full test and therefore I will not be counted. We want consistency on a daily basis, not on once a week. Now, syllabus of the full length test over here will be based on the subject that is being covered in this section. For example, if we are talking about polity, then this will be polity, right? Now, उसके अलावा क्या चल रहा है that for essential students, since you already have a full test series as part of this course, some of those tests will also be available over here, and they will be made available in the SIP course on the relevant dates and times. All of these PPQ questions will be fresh and new for you. Now, इसमें होगा क्या? Prelim simulation tests जो Sundays को है, they are helping you build your endurance, because see, in the end, if I'm practicing 25 questions a day, this is very good for helping me recall. But this is not helping me prepare for the exam, because the exam is going to be 2 hours. Exam is going to be 100 questions. So the simulation tests, which are going to be every Sunday, but also we will have full length tests later on in the month of April. These are aimed at helping you get ready for the exam. The idea for this is that come April, we will have prelims intensive simulation, where we want you to give both GS and CSAT full length tests. Both of these will be made available, and we would want you to give in the actual exam conditions, which is 9:30 a.m. I want to give my GS test, and at 2:30 p.m. or 14:30 I want to give my CSAT test. These tests will not be counted for your consistency rankings. Consistency rankings आपकी till I think 18th of April को जो last schedule चल रहा है उसके हिसाब से calculate करी जाएंगी. The idea of this is at its core that if you can show up every day, if you can read every day, and if you can review whatever you have read based on the tests that you give, mini tests, you will have a good shot at clearing prelims. And that is eventually what we all want. Now, for sources, a number of people have been asking, what will the sources be? Whatever you have read till now, that is what we want you to follow. We will separately provide some sessions for mapping and previous year questions. So particularly if you're part of the essential course, definitely SIP course ke liye bhi, we will be providing these mapping and previous year questions. These will come up in the next couple of months, right? Follow the sources that you have read till now. Now, if anybody is unclear or is not unsure, has not finally selected what is my source for any of these topics, so for that we have obviously shared this before. This is the 5-month plan, and yahan pe resource list we have shared. So this is the basic resource list for each given subject. We have given, let's say, M. Lakshmikant, Indian polity. So when we are talking about union, territory, citizenship, and fundamental rights, so these are specific chapters from Lakshmikant you can take up. If you're reading it by any other book, that is your comfort. We want you to keep following that. The point of this will be simple. The tests will check your knowledge. Knowledge does not depend on a book. Whether you are doing it from a different book, you will be able to solve the questions if you have understood the topic. Right. Now, accountability mechanism kya hai? How are we trying to help you build that consistency and eliminate procrastination and all of those things? Number one, obviously, there will be a daily leaderboard. Ye leaderboard daily and weekly basis pe there will be a consistency board. In this consistency board, we will be highlighting people who have given all the tests. You'll be getting a certain number of stars. And on top of that, there'll be mentorship. You'll have access to mentorship. In that, unlimited mentorship ye hai. Iske baare mein we'll talk about in a bit. But the most important part is this. Every 2 weeks from our end, we'll reach out to you. We will shame you into studying. And that is the idea, that a lot of the times people feel ki, okay, I could have done this, but I'm just not motivated. Maybe you are studying by yourself. How many of you are studying by yourself at home? Right, so plenty of people over here who are studying by themselves. So aise mein na, it's very easy to lose motivation, not be in general in the highest of spirits because you're doing everything by yourself. Therefore, we will check in on you. Every 2 weeks, we'll give you a call and check. Why have you not been giving the tests? Are you facing any problems? If you are not facing any problems and just not giving the test because of laziness, you will be scolded. That is the idea. And that is how we are trying our level best to show up for you. But see, in the end, there is no substitute for your hard work. I cannot come and do the hard work for you. But if you are willing to put in the effort, if you are willing to do this, we will come half the way. We will try and push you as best we can. Weekly basis pe, we'll have mentorship calls, which will be group calls. We'll have other mentorship sessions. Inke baare mein bhi baat kar lete hain. Right, weekly mentorship sessions you'll have with me and Shashank sir, where these will be more group sessions, which will be motivation based, which will be, asking you to perk up, chip in and put the best effort forward. Otherwise, you will also get one-to-one mentorship sessions, unlimited, with past rankers and experts. Past rankers and experts kyun hai? Because Shashank sir will also be here, I'll also be here, Ketan sir will also be here. All of us, apart from all the rest of your faculties from UPSC Prep, will also be in these mentorship calls. Right. Now, iske alawa, this is something that I said before, and this is something that I truly believe. The only thing standing between a lot of people and clearing prelims is that willingness to work hard and consistency. Consistency obviously becomes the biggest hurdle of this. And with this course, we are trying to address that core problem. If hard work you can give me, with this consistency solution, you will have a really high probability of clearing prelims 2026. This is the reward that you'll get. This is the first one. The second reward, the people who 5% top people on the basis of the consistency rankings, we will give you access to our mains courses for free because we believe you will need them. We truly believe you will clear prelims. And this is something that you have to keep in mind. Ki aaj lag raha hoga aisa, how many of you feel ki, this will be easy and I'll be one of the people who will be in here, top 5%. How many of you are feeling this? Yes or no? Good. That is absolutely awesome. Because day one pe agar motivation nahi hai, to phir, it's going to be hard. But this is going to be a challenge. This is going to be hard. This is going to be the hardest part of the next 4 months. But this is what I can guarantee you. If you do this, this will happen. Yahan pe aane ki fight maro. Be the most consistent person. do the work every day, show up, give that test, and you will do this. It's as simple as that. And that is why we have said we'll give free mains courses, hamare jo bhi hai, whichever one that you want, for the people who are top 5% in the consistency rankings, because we truly believe you will need them. Mentorship ke bare mein we've already talked. Now for the people who are part of the essential course, this is all already something that you have been getting. But for SIP, this is also something. Now, this is the thing. I think I've repeated this multiple times at multiple places, and I will repeat this one more time. When we are talking about consistency, taking a shot and missing is a mistake. It's okay. If I make a mistake, I can improve on it. Not taking a shot because I was afraid that I will miss is failure, because now I don't have anything to improve on. When I make a mistake, next time I can make a better mistake. I can keep improving. Eventually, I'll end up hitting bullseye. If I don't take a shot, if I'm waiting for that perfect moment, for that perfect completion status, that is what failure looks like. Right. So I think that's about it. Now, with this, all of it, matlab jo bhi hai, matlab we have the belief that this process is going to be very, very helpful for you. But without your belief in yourself, in the process, and in a higher power, now it can be God for you. And if you're an atheist, then cross the third one out and you only have yourself and the process to trust. But that's the idea. You have to trust, you have to believe. If there is that doubt ki pata nahi hoga ki nahi hoga, maybe I will clear, maybe I'm an average student, how will I do this? No, you have to believe that you are capable of doing this. Even if you are not today, you will be in 5 months' time. That is the belief that I want from you. And we are going to come half the way, help you wherever you want, however you can. Ask for it. We will be here standing by you. Right. And that is all that I wanted to say in this discussion session. It's a short session. Now, if there are any doubts, please put them in the Q&A section and I'll take them up. Right. Akash, yes, you can use it as a New Year resolution. Is there a specific Telegram group for daily updates? Yes, Shubh, there is a specific Telegram group. I'll share that again. You can have a look at it. This is the Telegram group. I will put it on the screen right now. This is the QR code for that Telegram channel. Yash is asking, do we have a test timer? So timer is that you have to complete the test before 10 p.m. on any given day. Since it is only 25 questions, it will not probably take you more than 30 minutes, right? 2 hours where you're supposed to do 100 questions, 25 minutes, 25 questions will not take you more than 30 minutes. In fact, you'll probably end up doing it in 15, 20 minutes at most. But 8 a.m. to 10 p.m., you have to do it in this window. If you are not doing this, you will not be counted for the consistency rankings. Saloni is saying, how many subjects in a day? Saloni, we have only given you one subject to read in a day, nothing more than that. I only want you to be reading one particular subject in a day. If you have extra time, current affairs, do some CSAT practice, but no other subject. So Nilanjana is asking, is the Prelims SIP course available to students who are registered only for GS Basics plus CSAT course, which is basically then Prelims 360? So no, Prelims 360 and this are separate courses. So somebody is asking that obviously I'm already enrolled in a main answer writing programs and then other 1-2 programs. So how do I manage time? This is what a mentor call is for, because see, I will not be able to help you out, figure out how much time do you have, where can it be used well, because it will require some more details from you. Use a mentor call, book a mentor call, and then we'll come. It is said that we should revise at least 3 times. Is it possible to do so by following the SIP schedule? So SIP schedule will cover till first, second week of April. You will be done by the entire syllabus by first week of second week of April. Then you can take 1 more month for your second reading. Last 2 weeks in May, third reading. You can revise 3 times using this schedule. So these tests will be available online primarily, and the idea will be simple. PYQ analysis ke liye will be separate sessions. And these tests are aimed at getting you to review whatever it is that you have read in any particular day. Right. So Divya is asking, I'm a working candidate, and therefore in the month of April when there are full length tests, so then there is flexibility for you. There is no issue. Like I said, in the month of April, we will not be counting those tests toward consistency. So you can give them as you require. Source of CA, you can go for the core magazine that we publish. So there are specific topics given as per the SIP schedule. If we thoroughly prepare on these topics, will it be sufficient for prelims? Yes. And I think most questions are similar repetitions. Right. So Sridhara is asking, prelims SIP will not be having any lectures, only CSAT course will be having live class. Prelims SIP will not have any lectures apart from your PYQ sessions and the mapping sessions. Rest of it is just read and tests. For 2026 essential core students, there will be other classes that will happen. Please don't be worried. For 2026 essential students, you will have CSAT classes, you will have other classes. Prelims SIP mein, there will be no classes apart from the PYQ session and the mapping sessions. So whenever these sessions are for prelims, PYQs and mapping, we will notify them well in advance. Don't worry. These will probably be somewhere in the month of March, Feb or March, late February, early March. That should be when we do them. All right. So I think mostly the questions are done. Rest, obviously, if you have any further questions, so one-to-one for the people who are new to the course, one-to-one mentorship sessions, their links will be available on the portal itself. You can check, there will be a folder mein mentor calls ke liye links honge. You can book the links based on what is a good time for you. For essentials, the full length tests, particularly the ones in April, will be the same in SIP. Either one you can take. We are going to be releasing them again in the SIP portal, and there the discussion will happen. Right, so we'll end the session here. Thank you all for joining and all the best. I hope to see like a lot more people than just 5% in the top consistency, because that will be the best thing ever, because I know that those people will eventually end up clearing prelims. All the best.